Hello guys, how are you doing? In the last video, we learned about scalar and vector quantities. We saw that we need only magnitude to completely define a scalar quantity. But to define a vector quantity, we need both magnitude and direction. So, what comes to your mind when I say the word direction? Well, probably the four cardinal directions like east, west, north, and south, or the four ordinal directions like the northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. But hey, these are the directions on a plain piece of paper or on a plain piece of map. So, what about directions along a straight line? Because as you already know, in this chapter we are studying about motion happening in a straight line. So, how do we express directions along a straight line? Well, you see, we often use the terms left and right depending on how a person is facing to express the two directions along a straight line. Similarly, we also use the terms back and forward, once again depending on how a person is facing on a straight line. Now, all these words like back, forward, left, and right are English language words, and they serve us well in our day-to-day lives. But as I told you earlier, the real language in which physics is expressed is actually mathematics. So, the English language won't take us anywhere with an in-depth physical analysis. So this means that we have to figure out a way to express these directions mathematically as well. And in this video of sign convention, we learn to do exactly that. So if you are ready, then we can begin, guys. Now, you've been studying mathematics for quite a while, right? So what do you think is the best tool or the best concept available in mathematics that can deal with directions along a straight line deftly? Well, trust me guys, you already know the answer to this because you have been dealing with that tool since your 6th standard. So I want you to take a second here and try to remember what that tool or what that mathematical concept is. Okay, let's see the answer now. So the mathematical concept or the tool that I was looking for is nothing but the number line. Yes, most of you look surprised now. Well, you see, number line is the perfect tool which can help us represent both magnitude and direction of a vector. Let me show you how. So as you already know, a number line has all the positive numbers towards the right of 0 and all the negative numbers towards the left of 0. So if an observer stands at the 0 mark while facing away from the camera, all the negative numbers fall towards his left and all the positive numbers fall towards his right. Based on this, we can give new names to our so-called left and right directions. As you can see, every number towards the right of our observer is a positive number. So the new name of the right direction should be positive direction. Similarly, every number towards the left of our observer is a negative number. So the new name of the left direction should be negative direction. So as you can see, we have successfully translated the English words left and right mathematically into negative and positive directions. This, guys, is one way of assigning sign convention to directions. So let's say a boy starts walking from the 0 mark and moves 5 meters towards the right. Let's call the 0 mark point A and the final ending point of the boy point B. What do you think is the displacement of the boy? Well, it's nothing but plus 5 meters. Because plus here indicates the positive direction in which the boy moved and 5 meters indicates the magnitude of displacement of the boy. Now let's say that the boy turns around and walks 4 meters towards the left to arrive at the point C. So can you tell me the displacement of the boy with respect to point B? Well, you see, from point B, the boy has essentially traveled 4 meters towards the left. So the displacement here should be nothing but minus 4 meters. Minus sign here indicates the negative direction and 4 meters here indicates the magnitude of displacement of the boy. But what do you think is the displacement of the boy with respect to his starting point A? Well, you see, from starting point A, the boy is still 1 meter towards the right. So the boy's displacement from the starting point A is nothing but plus 1 meter. Plus here indicates the positive direction and 1 meter indicates the magnitude of displacement. Now this concept might be a little difficult to wrap your head around, But in case you're not getting it, don't worry, we'll take it up again in an upcoming video. So I'm sure you now understand how we can assign mathematical signs to various directions after our previous discussion. Now let's bring a little twist in the story. And the twist will help us understand that sign conventions are actually arbitrary and not fixed. Sign conventions completely depend on the observer. So let's say that our observer, who was standing away from the camera previously, turns around and faces towards the camera now. What kind of sign convention you think he will assign now? Well, you see, every number towards his left is now a positive number, and every number towards his right is now a negative number. So the new sign convention that he'll assign would be left direction is same as positive direction and right direction is same as negative direction. As you can see, this new sign convention is exact opposite of the previous old sign convention. So you see, sign conventions are actually arbitrary. By simply changing the orientation of the observer, we get a completely new sign convention. So from this we understand that based on the problem presented in front of us, we choose the sign convention right there. But whatever sign convention we choose, we have to stick to it until the problem finishes. In my personal experience, I have seen several new learners of physics making mistakes with the sign convention. They often unknowingly change the sign convention in the middle of the problem, due to which they get the exact opposite result as expected. So let me tell you a pro tip early on. If you ever get confused while assigning signs, you'll always fall back on the mathematical number line. It says right side positive and left side negative. If you stick to that, you will never make a mistake while solving a physics problem. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you had a good time learning about the concept of sign convention. And trust me on this concept would be much more useful than you can imagine right now. In the next video, we'll talk about the concept of motion itself and we'll analyze what motion really is. So, I'll see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.